What follows is a relatively lengthy video to show how a session, namely the session we played last night, was able to completely die on its arse. Now, I'd be curious to have you, the viewers, take a look at it if you can spare the time to actually watch it that long, and give some feedback as to why you think it did, and give some comment on who you think is in the wrong here, because there's an awful lot going on and you can see the tensions rise and the problems that happened. And then I'll do a conclusion at the end of it all to give a personal conclusion, but I don't want to start this off yet with any input to you to give you ideas of anything beforehand. So check it out, decide for yourselves, comment, and watch my personal conclusion on the matter. Right, so the background behind all of this is that Kisdeen Gix, our scum, wants to find a way to leave the party, or the player wants to get Kisdeen out of the party, play a new character instead, so that we can have Kisdeen lined up to play in Rogue Trader as the Rogue Trader captain in the next 40k stuff we'll be running. So, you know, to be a bit of a wanted criminal. And she's going to do something to the new Inquisitor. You saw there was some tension before, perhaps, if you've been following the series with Malvanius, between Sophia and Kisdeen and Malvanius. And Sophia's going to help her do it as best as she can. And it's... oh boy, it's the stuff that happens from there. Here comes the footage of last night's Dark Heresy live session. Or at least some of, that is, the beginning part.
We're meeting a psycho who's a closet artist.
Right, okay.
Yes.
At the Tricorn.
In Portsmouth.
Yeah.
Of the Tricorn, apparently.
Alright. Not in the Tricon.
No.
Yeah, we do meet outside in the car park.
Yes.
I think I've
It's
done
beginning to sound a hell of a lot more like a laughing session than anything else. We'll meet in the car park at the Tricorn.
So, could I actually get exactly what to take this with?
There, you see Jerichus join the group from the holding cells direction. You heard, I guess you heard the release gates and all the stuff happen, and then him come out.
Okay. So I glance nonchalantly over at the release gates and see you wandering towards us and eye you suspiciously.
And he just smiles. Oh, it was just some military intelligence. Wanted to have a chat with me, that's all.
Two terms which are mutually exclusive.
What?
Military and intelligence.
Yeah, not normally seen in the same sentence.
Yeah.
Well, I can't really say too much about the ins and outs of it, other than to say that we are joined today by an interesting Astartes presence.
And you are?
Jerichus, codename Solanova. So you're joining the cell, are you?
Apparently.
Oh, well, that's lovely then.
So who are you then?
I'm Harald.
That's a silly name.
Yes, well, I think you have a silly looking face. What do you want to make of it?
My name's Gix, and I'm Trouble.
Oh, my last name's it seems. Yeah.
We're keeping an eye on you, Gix.
Oh dear. Here we go again.
If I find you in my head, there will be a dagger between your ribs. Just be aware.
I don't want to go anywhere near your head, and I'm inside it.
Good, it's full of squirrels.
I must inform you, don't be put off by the fact that I'll be staring at you over our travels. It's just that I need to build up a profile on you, because you're new, on how I need to kill you if the eventuality came up.
You do know I'm paranoid, so staring at me is not a good idea, right?
That's noted as part of the profile.
Do you like squirrels?
Who are you?
Yeah, who are you?
Geeks, are you?
Yes.
Do you like squirrels?
Look,
Well, I asked you, do you like squirrels?
If he starts
are
asking
you
any...
aware I have a large chain axe and a las gun, as well as a compact las gun? Don't piss me off.
So is that a yes or a no?
Oh, brother.
Your squirrel is very nice. You,
Thank
on
you.
the other hand, get on my tits.
Good. Exactly.
Who are you?
If he starts doing perception checks every time you do sleight of hand, I'm going to crack up.
I nod my head and say, Sister Stern.
Sister.
Stern.
Very stern. She's no fun.
She's not meant to be fun. She's a sister.
Okay, I'll just put sister.
Hang on, spoiler.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Completely by accident.
Boy. Well, secretary, in terms of whatever the hell you can bloody decide is what a secretary in the 40th millennium looks like,
Mm-hmm.
or might just be a servo skull or something that projects some image.
He's probably going to be an old man.
Yeah, servitor or something. Comes to collect you to tell you that the Inquisitor is now ready to see you.
We might as well follow him in them.
Okay. Go on, we're following him.
Go on, I'll wander him.
Okay.
Hands in my pockets.
I'll follow up behind.
Okay.
Still staring at the new cycle. Grinning at him.
Okay, as you enter the room, you see Malvanius standing over his desk, looking down at several data files.
Uh-huh.
He doesn't turn around as you enter.
So he's facing away from us, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyone else in the room?
Nope. You can double check if you want with a perception test.
Are there any recording devices? Yeah, do a perception test. Pass. Epic pass.
Yeah, big time pass.
Mm-hmm. Just how the hell would you be able to tell there's any recording devices in the first place?
Rick Seymour told it.
He hasn't got Seymour.
One character.
Oh, sorry.
I
I thought maybe
Okay.
I passed you on to you.
First of all, there's no one in the room. Second of all, this is an Inquisitor's office. There's bound to be recording devices in the first place.
Not necessarily. It's an Inquisitor's office. They're not going to want recorded their own dealings.
Unless they're extremely paranoid.
It's true, I've seen like guys like him
sensors
before
on
they're really very
Uh-huh.
talented.
Are you wearing a
helmet?
helmet?
I am.
I am now.
What's Malvanius wearing?
The Inquisitorial outfit. So basically he's wearing armour and his normal getup. Basically the big glowing flowing trench coat cape and the big brimmed hat.
Jared
Okay.
just clears his throat. Semi-loudly.
Mm-hmm. Malvanius turns around, turns his head to look at you. About time you showed up.
Well, I got a bit delayed. Did you get the memo about that?
That I was aware of.
Oh, that's good then. I don't have to explain.
You might have recorded it, but that'd be it.
I'm not sure how important the intel on lockdown for that is. I haven't been given parameters.
You go ahead.
Well, for now, it's not of importance. What happens right this minute is the mission I have for you. Now, first of all, though, last time there was explosives handed out in this office, as well as live fire. That was not from me.
Who are you addressing?
He's addressing all of you. Well, primarily you two, at least anyway. But the other bits are more made as a warning towards the new guy.
I just wander up with my hands in the pockets, looking like I don't care.
If it occurs again, that I will hold you accountable for all your actions to date. On to the mission in question.
I wander up in front of Malvanius,
You're standing right.
right
Like that?
nose to nose.
Uh-huh.
Draw my hands out of my pockets and stab him in the neck with 2 syringes. One full of bleach, one full of air. And I say, see you in hell.
Uh-huh.
Whilst laughing.
I see.
I'm next to Rob's character, Jerichus,
Right.
and I've got my Stormbolter pointing
And
towards him.
You're
Go
laughing.
Hold on a second. Okay. First of all,
I'm sorry, they told me to laugh.
first of all,
Sorry, I'm trying to take pills. It's hard to laugh and take pills.
first of all, your syringes bounce off his power field, so doesn't work.
I'll check this out.
He's already gotten within a power field. The power field is going to have meters.
Not by the handbook of all the rules. I'm going by the rules. It doesn't work
The
like
power
that.
field is not. You didn't tell us that his power field was on anywhere.
He always has a power field on. He always has his power sword on. He doesn't have a sheath for a bloody thing. He always has everything armed.
Well, how does he get his clothes on then?
He puts the power field on last because it's a rosary.
He is GM. He's not right, but he is GM.
I'm going by the rules. I read an Ascension, and it doesn't have a range on it. It only has a threshold and an overload meter.
So what's the power?
If ever,
But is it? How does he eat and drink then? Does he turn it off?
if ever you look at any artwork,
It only does.
How-
Yes,
how
I get what
power
you're
field
saying.
works
I
is
get what you're
it's
saying.
A bubble.
It's basically the invulnerability save, okay? Let me put it this way. The Eldar have one that projects a personal bubble around its entire group. This is the Dire Avengers. It only works on melee attacks, however, and anyone in the team who is not the main leader gets the effect. So I don't know how the fuck that works, okay? I'm going by what the rules say in the book. Just like I went with the rules for the book with the Eldar book.
They told me to laugh, so I laughed.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't see it on the
The
poster.
reason why.
I get what you're saying. I'm just...
No. Aside from whatever you're saying, the reason for this was to make Gix rogue,
Uh-huh.
so that
Yeah.
she becomes the rogue trader captain.
Yeah, I get that. But this is where combat's now going to start.
This is why I was asking whether there was anybody else in the room if there was a recording device. And the reason why I was laughing was to mess up Rob because people laughing and having a good time generally is a part of his
Yeah,
psychosis.
well,
and
that's a
everything
toughness test in the first place for him.
You've got two
The
people.
colour's all
involved.
draining out of his face.
and that's why I kept my Stormbolter on him to limit his reaction, and that's why we were laughing.
Right.
I'm paranoid, but whenever people start laughing, I can't help but laugh either. It's part of...
Yeah. Well, okay, let's
No,
just
you
do
get
this.
the idea.
Everybody's going to need to start doing...
Wait, hang on a second. This could be, as a GM,
Mm-hmm.
you could have said, okay, I'm not going to allow you to kill my Venus. However, what I am going to allow is that because of this and the thwarted attempt, Gix is now going to have to run for her life.
Well, she is going to have to run for her life, but...
And it will
Well, okay, here's the deal.
a rogue
He's just
trader.
seen attempt at Malvanis's life, which means he's probably going to go into defensive combat protocols.
He can't.
Okay,
He's
so it's
having a
got...
breakdown. 'cause
Now,
we're
he's got to
laughing.
pass a toughness test first, and it's not that bad for him to be fully broken down in the floor. He will actually be at just a minus.
In that case,
Right,
what
for
I'm
start,
going
I
to
haven't done anything yet.
Like I said, he's going to act in automatic combat reflexes.
do, what I'm going to do, if that's the case, I'm going to take the syringe that obviously bounced off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to squirt Malvanius in the eyes with it.
And
the bleach.
Yeah.
And we know, because we already discussed this on the last one,
Here's on
that
that.
it's not impervious to liquids.
Mhm.
I asked this on the last time.
Yeah, well,
Well, I'll do a toughness test for that anyway. so
Dodge.
it's minus 10.
Shows the roll.
well, maybe we could start asking Rob to show us the roll, shall we, as well?
I'm sorry. But it's like there has been questions over roll shenanigans in the past. So clearly, you go in.
Yeah, well, let me just put it
It's
this
like-
way. You start putting willpower tests, I can say, oh, 1 straight off the bat.
That's fine. What I'm saying is, as GM, we've clearly not let you in on the loop on this, so that you've had time to formulate something against it, i.e., by just saying essence power, so fuck off.
Oh, stat sheet.
Yeah, I know.
More than fully up for it.
But anyway, power field's not going to stop liquid.
No, but that's why he dodged instead of using the obvious. We're a 65 dodge agility. Yeah. He is an ascended character.
Well, no, he has to be Ascension to be an Inquisitor, yeah.
How about I just kick you in the bollocks?
Well,
He's wearing armour.
agility. Initiative.
And powerful.
Initiative, please. Did you pass or fail, Rob?
So fail, so -10 on all
Tests of some sort.
hang on. -10% on all tests for I don't know how long, but
I think it's for the encounter or something for the hours or blah blah blah. Let me just double check. But while you're doing that, I need everyone agility and so forth for initiative. Pete, you have paranoia, so you've got +2 to the roll.
I got 1 and 2 to it.
That's one, isn't it?
Nice.
8.
That's a 9.
Sweet, 11.
Mm-hmm.
11, so agility, that's 14.
well, I did get to him. 11.
5.
Well, you doubling.
Yeah. Agi 5 becomes 10. Roll a 1.
Ooh.
Oh, that man.
Yeah.
I think the...
8.
Okay. So 14 for Pete. So, Pete's side, you got a 14, right?
Uh-huh.
So he's at the top of the list. Who got the next highest?
Rob.
11, right? Then Kisding
8.
and 5, you said. Right. Nathanius, 12. Right.
You rolled what?
So,
Really?
Wow.
he got badly.
Happens.
Okay, so it goes Pete with 14.
The least I can ever
Nathanius.
get is 11.
And Jez. No, not Jez. It'd be Rob. Then Jez. Then and Craig. Right. Okay, so Pete's up first.
Okay, the only thing I will do is I will cast Fearful Aura. Now, how do I do that?
Up to whatever power level of dice your psi rating, max.
Okay, my psi rating is, we say my psi rating was?
It should be 4 or something.
Yeah,
Psi rating 4. That means you can throw up to 4d10.
Okay, use those two.
Up to 4d10. You don't have to roll 4d10.
Oh, in that case, yeah. It's spell number 7, threshold 7. I'll roll 2 die.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look.
Is either of those a 9?
I got a, what, that's a 6 and an
Look at that. No, it's no time to work out how to kill you yet.
Yeah.
8. 6 and an 8. I cast Fearful Aura. So 6 and 8 is what, 14?
Yep.
Okay, that's twice the threshold. And for every 10 points by which you exceed the threshold, your fear rating increases by 1. So my fear rating is 2.
Now, the fact of the matter here is, who are you trying to fear?
No one, just put it ranges me. So I have now a fear rating of 2.
Okay.
So if anybody tries to attack me, they're fearful of me by at least
Well,
by a
pal,
fear
yeah.
of 2.
You're standing right in front of Malvanius, right?
Yep.
You shouldn't be doing that.
I don't know what rank it is.
16.
Yeah, we're not upstairs on that, I've got to remember.
I just find them all nice. Packets for them. I've only ever tried them from you guys.
What has a Hooten like every bite?
Apparently a topic.
Squirrel shit.
Okay.
And you have a squirrel on it.
Right. That's through. Alright. He's attacking you, by the way.
Oh, no doubt.
So what are you going to do? Because dodge and parry are meant to take place before damage is initiated.
I am going to throw a very angry squirrel in his face
As a reaction.
as a reaction.
Right.
Just like,
So what? You're going to be doing a
You need to throw it.
parry attempt with
well,
a,
no,
with
I'm
a
going to grab
squirrel.
Rand's bottom. I'm looking at he's all teeth and claws.
So basically, you're going to do your parry reaction by throwing a squirrel at his face.
Yes. Therefore, blinding him
I
because
think
he's trying to get a squirrel off his face.
Trying to make you to parry because he's going to hit you with his power sword, which will, through whatever rolls that Laurie manages, is going to cut you in half, and you're dead.
Well, I wasn't going to use the power sword. He hasn't drawn a weapon yet.
I was going to throw the squirrel in his
How many
face and
fate
hit
points
the
have you
deck.
got? How many fate points have you got? That's
4 or
blimey.
5, probably.
Because you can afford to use them all up because you start anew in Rogue Trader. New fate points, wouldn't you? The best way to do it, to bring a character
Yeah.
over, in my opinion, and you don't have to take this, but what you could do, rather than the points buy system, because they reckon it's a bit too high
Iffy.
anyway, but they essentially come in as a Dark Heresy level 5, rank 5 character, but we're a bit too high for that now to come in just as the Rogue Trader starting, aren't we? Because we're rank 7. You can bring a rank 5 Heresy in.
I'm going to fate point.
So you can
the-
have him roll each characteristic.
Fate points are usually
Twice.
used for other things. Burning a fate point usually happens
rather
when you
than
are about to
spend
die.
100 and place them all out.
I haven't even done damage rolls yet. That's
no.
why I'm giving you the
And
option
try and
beforehand,
build
which is meant to be
by
happening.
placing them in whatever
Right.
stats he wants.
This is interesting because I didn't realise that the starting characters in Rogue Trader were going to be around level 5 because that would have influenced particularly your character going Rogue because it wouldn't have made any difference to any of this whatsoever.
Mm.
Because you can't take that character as she stands now.
Oh no, here's the deal. You roll, as Rob was going to say,
Yeah, you
just
can,
do the dice rolls, but apply it to whatever to make it be as exact as you can.
exactly. Just rebuild Gix as close as possible. Just have him roll the dice.
2d10 plus 25.
2d10 plus
For every
25
stat.
For every stat, and then have him allocate all of those rolls to whatever stat he likes, and say make it close to Gix.
It's not really going to be much of an issue
And
until you get round to the
And then you can
character
spend
building.
skills and talents by rebuying her up to like rank 5. It tells you in the trader book how to do it through Heresy. So you could basically backstep her a couple of steps, and you'd need an RP reason, I guess.
It's the idea.
Maybe to do it.
It's an idea we're going to use when we get round to
But that's
Black
what my
Crusade
idea
as well,
was really good. I thought
for Drake.
of like ending up escaping and like having to go into stasis for however long or something, and like having muscle density loss and that sort of thing. Why you might lose 2 ranks or something like that. Okay. But no, it's easily convertible. Easily.
I don't know.
I am going to.
Or you could just build it literally again as a rank 5
I don't
heresy
really wanna
character
fight
and then bring her straight in.
Yeah, so you're dodging,
I've
parrying,
got
or whatever,
distrust
but
straight in.
Squirreling. I'm surprised.
now there's no for squirreling, but
Look,
I can definitely say there's going to be probably a negative to your actual attempt to do
Mine's
this.
getting fellowship with you.
luckily, I'll show them over you.
Because you're a stranger.
We're both going to be eyeing each other up all the time, aren't we?
Except I'm smiling at you. Well, not at the moment, I'm not. All the colour's drained out of his face. And he's twitching, and he's got his gun raised, because he's got a gun raised at him. But it's not his turn yet to do
I
it.
haven't raised my gun at you.
Sophie's
Okay.
boomstick.
Okay, parry
By the way,
is done testing weapon skill.
in Math 3, if you use your connect, say boomstick, Shepard will automatically draw out a shotgun.
Really?
It's a reference to Evil Dead.
Yeah, yeah.
Show it on the inside Xbox thing.
Okay, so what's your weapon skill?
My weapon skill for squirrels,
No, just weapon skill.
33.
33.
So do you have a squirrel down there as a weapon?
No, I've just invented
It
it.
doesn't even count as a melee weapon, so this is going to be a -30 to flipping do this.
Why? If,
What
you've
you
got
got
if I've got a squirrel...
1! You can only parry with a equipped melee weapon.
Yeah, but the bloke's...
2! Squirrel doesn't even occur in the book, so I'm giving it more than just unwieldy pest special rule.
He's the GM, and he's going to swing it so that he wins. So
And
he
3.
gets -30.
And 3, Craig's right.
I don't believe that that's...
Although you're at close range, so that's a +10.
Yeah.
He's melee, and that only applies to flipping guns at point blank.
Well, that's right. So I've got a squirrel and I've gone plur. You're not going to...
Exactly.
You've got this,
You're
thing,
trying to...
this furry thing on your
Okay,
face.
1, he's trying to punch you. And I rolled a 46.
Yeah,
Or
I've
64,
done a
or
dodge,
whatever. Either way round, that
I
means...
haven't done a
He's
dodge
trying
yet.
to punch him and
This
he's
would be a
trying to
parry.
with a squirrel.
The dodge.
Like, Malvanis is trying to punch him.
You're
and
throwing
he's
the
trying to
squirrel
block
at him. I'm counting this as a parry.
He's putting the squirrel in Malvinius' face.
So my
Either way round, he's punching you, going to be punching you in the body if you don't do whatever you're going to do.
Yeah, squirrel in the face.
Yeah.
So there you go.
-30.
So what?
Weapon skill.
Why? I'm sorry, that seems excessively...
Because he's
Punitive.
If you want me to be really bitchy about this, I'll be -60ing you in a second.
It seems very punitive, Lauren.
I thought an extra new hard test was on -30.
Oh no, that's hellish, which is -60.
Pass.
Pass. You have what?
He fucking has as well.
He has. He has. He passed. Rob, you want to look?
I don't mind, I'll trust him.
Personally, but
11, yeah.
11?
Yeah.
Off of what?
33.
You need a frickin' 3, you fool!
Under 3.
Under 3.
Well, that's...
Oh, I thought you had 43 or something.
Are we...
Oh, actually, it is 43 because he was at close range.
There's no fucking close range except with guns!
No, close range is close range. It doesn't matter what you're doing it with. If I'm...
Rules of the flicking book only apply to guns at fucking point blank!
Guys, just stop because whatever you do
Yeah.
to make you win is winding Laurie up, and whatever Laurie does to make Marvinius win is winding you up. So you're just going to go bounce off each other.
And you can't aim because it's not your fucking turn!
Until somebody goes off in a sulk.
You can say this.
So there's
more
no
quietly,
point.
or-
Tell you what, Laurie, to save things, can we just go? Can we load a previous save and just start again from the beginning?
Oh no! No.
The viewers are going to love this.
Yeah, I might just use it. We've got a big viewership that's interested in different elements of
Besides,
Sorry guys if I'm not at my best tonight. I'm just at the hospital. In fact, I've got to go back there in a few hours. Only day release.
Yeah, I'm not even going to go out with Tricom.
Okay.
I shall go through
I
all the
don't
plus
know where
10s.
Tricorn is. So.
Laurie.
Numbered, prone, higher ground, semi-automatic, although that's changed around, hulking, and shooting target at short range.
Well,
There
actually,
you go.
he's going to be in.
Right, he's
Is he
going to
power
throw
armor?
the square on at full
No.
range, didn't he?
You sure about that?
Yes.
To be honest with you, I would have thought he'd have thrown the square on at short range.
I'm counting it, yeah, but he can't shoot because it's not his turn. So he's having to take a dodge or parry as a reaction.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you'd have to create a new thing called distraction.
Yeah, well, you can try doing that in your spare time, Rob.